Hi everyone, my name is Katya, who are you? And it's been a while that I haven't recorded a video. And basically, I was just focused on my work, living the big city life in all of the senses of the word. Sometimes here it's a bit hard to live, and I've been actually thinking that maybe as I work remotely, maybe I could be working from any part of the world. Maybe I could go to some of the countries where my market is, because I work with Latin Americans and Spanish speakers all over the world. I sell Russian courses to them. So I was thinking, why am I living in this, let's say, cage? And it's been hard sometimes because I never worked for a company, so now it's always ups and downs, and it's a bit hard to predict, especially when you can't do normal ads, you can't do normal business processes, all the payments, and it's not that I'm complaining, but it's a bit all at once. Actually, I have no idea of how it feels like to do business in, like, within your country, with all the positive aspects of how easily it can be done, that everything can be just I don't know. So for me it's like triple effort every step, and maybe I could literally move somewhere, but then here the security is so incredible. I'll be walking from here. Actually, I've got the microphone. I just recorded an interview with a Cuban couple who are organizing a bachata festival, and they wanted to transmit their ideas, and actually really nice ideas. I finally really liked talking to them because they want to make like a family out of all our influencers and all the community, that people could feel that they are welcomed, and then they can feel themselves like relaxed, not always competing, not always tense. So I think the idea is pretty cool. Here I just have to cross the station, which is like pretty big. It's like the second, it's called the third circle of the road in Moscow. And I live crossing the circle. So it means that a couple of years ago you couldn't do that. You couldn't just walk through this passage. You could have just ordered a taxi. But now I can. I think I can record here, I'm not sure. For now I can. So yeah, it's just super simple, like from the zone of the downtown, you have this corridor, and then easily get to the other side. Actually, I'm quite lucky that I could move here when it's already built, because before I couldn't have just crossed it by foot. It would be crazy just to take a taxi every time I want to go. Like now it takes 10 minutes. So it's super nice. Like here it's super calm, and I sometimes go back home at midnight, so it can be really late, sometimes 12:30 or something. I think you should see also my eyes, right? I think you have to see my eyes as well. Like this is better. It's not that fancy. Yeah, so it's like, I think in every work it happens that you have a kind of crisis when you're bored of what you're doing, but at the same time you've got experience in what you're doing. So you have to think of whether, okay, I can change the things that I do. For example, now I'm way more motivated and interested in English. And let's say I'd like to switch, because for Russians, if I want to work on the Russian market, here when you speak good English, it gives you a lot of points. my Spanish as well is like more weird to speak good Spanish, but I've got both, and I've got French. So yeah, but at the same time, like my market is in Spanish, so I guess we just have to make a break. Maybe yes, maybe rest, and then the motivation comes back, because the motivation comes when you feel like you can do something cool. Now here I think I couldn't record because it's way too loud. Let me see. So yeah, I live over there, and so now you can take this huge corridor. Right. So this corridor brings you just there. So technically I can just get out of my house and I'm already in the metro. But this metro is like on top of, how do you call that? On the ground, not underground. So the underground is over there where I just showed. And it's pretty cool, but as you can see, there is no parks. There is this sound that's kind of green, but it's not a park. So I just go out and I've got a lot of cars, a lot of trains. Can you see? No? Oh, there is a train over there. Right. So every time I hear the train, and actually if there are two glasses in my room that are like one next to each other, to another, sometimes I can feel the sound. See, I hear the zzz because of the vibration of the whole transport system around. Actually, my house is vibrating, and maybe I live all the way up there, and I can't feel it, but that every day, anyhow, my body vibrates like this. So maybe it causes anxiety, maybe it causes something that somehow as well causes stress. Yeah, but otherwise, if I move somewhere else, or now I would now the prices went up. The prices went up. I will have to pay, I don't know, if not the double, but 1.5 price. It is such a stress. Oh my god, like life turns into just, how do you call that, runs, or how, when you have to run and just think about money. I wake up and think about money, and I hate that life. Maybe it's just I've never experienced it before, but here for the first time, even though I make money, like I can survive, but I feel myself poor. I don't know if it happened to you, but I really do feel, for the first time in my life, maybe because finally I've grown up, but here in this city I feel poor. Even when I travel to St. Petersburg, everything is so much more expensive, so much cheaper. I don't mention the small cities like my hometown. Yeah, and I don't like this life, right? So it's kind of, I see my career here, I can't see myself living in a small city right now. Because it's also about the people you're surrounded with. I like the people, but I don't know. Maybe the thing is just to grow up, earn more, be more disciplined, work more. But I'm just burnout. I am. You see, I don't fear talking in front of people. Yesterday I was dancing in front of my house, just to, show myself that I can do it easily. There are so many reels that Russians are very afraid of public anything, like recording in front of someone, thinking that what people would think about me. So kind of also, it's pleasant to do that. I love seeing their reactions, like everyone. So yeah. So yeah, we're here. It was quite a walk. Yeah, my sister says that it's like endless, but actually it's not. It's like 5 minutes, and it's kind of convenient. I forgot. Now in summer it's very cool and pleasant and nice, but in winter for some reason it's extremely cold inside. Extremely cold. So like that, outside it can be super cold, but you enter and there's like freezing. I don't know if it's because of the walls or why it's like, I don't know. But I remember every time in winter I hate this, like subconsciously I hate this place. Oh my god. Yeah. Those are stupid things that finally make us feel a certain way. Just got this coffee, just super tasty. I think it's like almond milk. This is what I would miss abroad. And also, speaking English reminds me that initially I was positioning myself as an international blogger, so that I was like the door that opened the world of Russia for the foreigners. It was like that. Like, and I met a Danish guy who studied with us 7 years ago or 6, and he was like, "Oh, you're Katya. You're the girl who used to organize everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." This was the case because they would actually, one Mexican follower just got to Moscow who wanted to live here for 3 months. He just got here with zero Russian, and he's like, "Okay, where should I go out tonight?" Because he doesn't know anyone here. He doesn't know anyone, and I mean, it's important when you get somewhere and there's someone. Maybe it's the same when I think of Latin America, especially if it's more like dangerous than you're used to. Russia is super safe. It is. And this is what I'm used to. Maybe it's like, we call it like bad habit when you're way too used to good things. How do you call that? In Spanish we say mal acostumbrado. So you're like, yeah, like this little baby used to good things. But it doesn't mean that we don't have to travel. So maybe I should just grow up. Those who are gonna post me comments saying that this doesn't make sense, this talk doesn't make sense, I don't care, because it's just I wanted to. Oh, again this lady. I will come back home and she's smoking. Yes, so it's just my practice of English, and I didn't do it for a month. If you don't like it, don't follow. If you like it, follow. Okay? So my name is Katya. Who are you? And see you in the next videos.